Well, everybody, July 31st, and everybody that knows us knows we hunt a lot of cows with decoy dogs, but we also have a passion for deer hunting, and just went and put some of my bog trail cameras out, and it's kind of a smoky, hot evening here, but I'm gonna sit up here on this bluff, take a little inventory with the Sig Sauer spotting scope and see what kind of bucks we got. Super excited. Last year we left a lot of good bucks, and hoping and really wanting to get these bucks to the next level. But with that being said, eastern Montana's in the worst drought in 100 years, so we got a few green fields. My uncle been irrigating. River's super low, creeks are dry, but you know what? Just gotta take what Mother Nature gives you and keep on keeping on, as Joe Dirt says. So we're gonna shut up, sit here and see what happens. Lights out. Well, in 2021, I was super excited about hunting deer with my expedition bow, but Mother Nature had little different plans for us. We're in the worst drought in 50 years here in eastern Montana, so but we went out anyway. Logan and I, we had a couple sits, but my uncle was forced to put his cows on the bottom just because it was so dry and there wasn't much feed around. So it kind of displaced the deer, and there really was no rhyme or reason to pattern them, so we decided to hang the bow up, go right into rifle season. On this particular ranch, we like to hike out on these big bluffs overlooking the river bottoms and the hay fields, and we basically just sit up there and we let our Sig glass do our work for us. Porcupine there, he just come off the water.
What's the verdict?
Well, I'm trying to figure out what these two deer are I might shoot tomorrow. I want them to be mature, which I know one buck is mature. One's Joe Biden. I found him tonight, right at low light. He's actually leaving us and going into the neighbors. But he'll come back. So I'm looking at some video Logan took through his phone with the phone scope. And he's a pretty nice buck. There's another one with him. There's Joe Biden there. There's another one here. He don't come in. Let me get that. Should be over here. This buck here that's with him, right here. The buck we passed last year, and he kind of blew up pretty good, but I don't know, they're pretty good deer. So we're gonna go find them in the morning. We know right where they're coming. They're actually just left the property where my grandma's place and went into the neighbors. We can hunt the neighbor, we can't hunt it by his house, though. That's where these deer are going. So opening morning and opening weekend of rifle season here in Montana. Might be slaying one tomorrow. We'll see. Lights out. Well, Logan and I, we had found some deer that we wanted to take a little closer look at. But the field they were on, they actually go away from the bluffs and the river bottom. So you have to get actually on the field. So Logan and I went in that afternoon, we popped this blind up, and these deer come out of this wood lot, and they were coming into us, but the drought, you know, was, like we've said all year long, was really, really bad. They're actually feeding a little bit in us, but they were going in the neighbors. So we popped this blind up, we had our HS gun in there. We want to take a closer look at a couple deer that we had seen, well, what do you know, we found a buck named Joe. Say snipers never hide they're sitting out windows. Well, we're in the blind here, and it's about what time is it? It's 3:12. Logan and I watched a bunch of does and bucks come out of this neighbor's this morning, and they went back up in us here. There's just a little bit of winter wheat in this field my uncle planted, like I've been saying all year, and every time I tell you guys what we're doing, we're in a severe drought here. So hopefully we get some rain, but these deer are coming out all in our bedding. We got really good bedding back here. They're coming out of that, feeding a little bit on this winter wheat and then going over into his field. So we got a couple doe tags. We actually shoot for elderly people in Winnet. They can't really get out and hunt anymore, so we shoot some doe tags and we donate the meat to them. So if these bucks aren't what we're looking for, I'm pretty picky with my rifle. Got the HS. If I don't see what I like with it, then I'll go back to the expedition bow and get in these woods and try to shoot something. But enough of this, that, and whoever. We're just going to have some fun tonight and look at these bucks and hopefully maybe fill some doe tags and enjoy the evening. Lights out. So we had a few does come out. We had a little buck come out. And all of a sudden there was Joe with another 5x5. And he seen that blind and he wouldn't come out on the field. He sat and stared at it and stared at it. And finally he turned back and he was going back where he come from. And I told Logan, I said, I'll bet you he's trying to go down this old river channel to try to get our wind on this blind. He's a smart old cat. So we were sitting there and I just happened to look out the side window on the blind, and there he was, 60 yards away from us, staring at the blind. So I told Logan, we got to get shifted around here. You know, this blind's got a shooting windows in the corner, so we were making noise, racket, trying to get switched around. Logan had to move the camera, I had to move the bog and the HS, trying to get it out the other window, and we made enough racket that I'm sure they heard us, so they actually turned and went back the way they come. So we got switched back to how we were to start out with, and we were sitting there, and all of a sudden another little 2-point come out on the field. He come running out like something kind of had spooked him or chased him, or we just figured that those other bucks had to be in that channel. And so we just sat there and waited a little bit, and pretty soon here he come, old Joe. He walked out on the field. He kind of felt safe, and well, let's just say, oh, let's go, Brandon. Lights out, buddy. That's dead there. That deer's over with. Should I poke him again?
Go ahead. He's down. He's going down.
Down?
He's going down.
He's hard shot, buddy.
There you go.
Ooh, lights out. Oh man, he's done with. Is he there?
He's still standing there.
Oh, he's tanked, dude.
There's that other buck. He's down.
Oh man. Booyah, man. Joe Biden.
That's that other 5-point right behind me.
The big one? The legendary Joe Biden's done. Well, boom. I said we just shot a buck. We've been on this ranch forever. We named him Joe Biden. And literally we just shot him. We just hammered him. We have been cat and mouse. He stood here close, 100 and some yards. Looked at us. We had a nice 5x5 go behind us here. Jump in the neighbors, and I don't know if the neighbors shot him or what happened. But all the deer went on lock like they were all spooky. They ran back down. So then we sat here for about 30 minutes, and my uncle and my cousin just put in a new fence here. And they were trying to sneak around that thing. So Logan and I were scurrying around trying to get Spun to shoot him that way. And we kind of boogered him. And then we were just sitting here, and he just come up here. We had a buck come out here and stand out in the field, and he's seen that buck. And there's a really nice 5x5, and a little buck come out. I don't know what, I shot him at 180 yards. HS 224 Valkyrie pinwheeled him down, lights out.
Let's go check him out.
Well, this buck has been like, we've got so much history with this deer. He's not a big scoring deer, but he is frame, like he's got frame like you can't believe. How much, I mean, we've got oodles and oodles of
velvet footage and
God, this has been just unbelievable.
what do you think?
He's a stud. Well, let's go over there and
Let's go look at him.
we still got some good light. Let's
Yeah.
get over there and see what's shaking. Lights out.
Lights
everybody.
out.
Boom. Well, everybody, here's the legendary Joe Biden buck. We've played cat and mouse with this buck for a long time, but finally we got the best of him. We played cat and mouse with him tonight, and like I said, he finally come out and gave me a 180-yard shot with a 224 Valkyrie from HS, and unreal buck. He's just a true warrior. Beautiful night here in Montana. It's windy now, but just been a tough year altogether. You know, we kind of piss and moan about hunting slow or this or that, but these farmers and ranchers are the ones that really had it tough. We're in the worst drought in probably 100 years, and so it's just been a struggle for everybody. But I'm happy to able to harvest this little kid. He's quite a buck. He's been here a long time. It's kind of a sad story because we've been hunting him, but finally got caught up with him here, Montana, 2021. Couldn't be happier. We're gonna get tag put on this old joker, get him skinned out, and get him to the freezer. We're gonna have tenderloins tonight, everybody. You're watching Doggin with Levi. Lights out.